What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NBA Friday, December 7th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's NBA slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay, let's see who we have at the point guard position. I like Eric Bledsoe from the Milwaukee Bucks playing the Golden State Warriors, who are about middle of the pack defense overall and also middle of the pack defending opposing fantasy point guards. Eric Bledsoe has scored 45, 48, and 24 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 34.4 fantasy points per game on the season and an average of 30 minutes per game with a 21% usage rate. He had a 34% usage rate last game. Eric Bledsoe has been on fire, and he's $7,200 DraftKings salary. He's $500 more on FanDuel, projected at 35.7 fantasy points here tonight, which is right around 5 times value. I like this pick because there's an implied total of 240 total points in this game. There's going to be a ton of points to go around. Bledsoe should be able to stuff the stats in all categories. Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all our DFS tools for NFL, and the tools for NBA are awesome. This is a great time to get in and try everything for 1 month. The tools are all about saving research time. You can see the last 3 games, the fantasy points per game, the targets they got per game, so you can see how involved they are in the offense, the rushes they got per game. Seeing all this stuff on one screen helps you save time and make better picks. Okay, let's take a look at the shooting guard position. I like DeMar DeRozan from the San Antonio Spurs playing the LA Lakers, who are the 10th worst defense overall, and they give up the 6th most fantasy points to opposing shooting guards. DeMar DeRozan has scored 48, 30, and 57 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 42 fantasy points per game on the season and an average of 36 minutes per game with a 30% usage rate. DeMar DeRozan is $8,900 DraftKings salary. He's $300 less on FanDuel, so I really like that FanDuel price. Projected at 38.8 fantasy points here tonight. He's going to need about 42, which is his season average, to hit 5 times value. It's a home game. DeMar DeRozan has been known to light it up versus the Lakers. That's why I like this pick. You can see the last 5 games versus opponent if you hover over the hot and cold icon. DeMar DeRozan has scored 48, 63, 67, 30, and 42 fantasy points in the last 5 games versus the Lakers. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $100 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won, and then we'll send you $100 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, let's see who we have at the small forward position. I like Justice Winslow for the Miami Heat playing the Phoenix Suns, who are the 5th worst defense overall, and they give up the 8th most fantasy points to opposing small forwards. Justice Winslow has scored 28, 21, and 15 fantasy points in his last 3 games, averaging 22.7 fantasy points per game on the season and an average of 28 minutes per game with a 19% usage rate. Justice Winslow is only $4,300 DraftKings salary. He's $600 more on FanDuel. He's projected to get 23.1 fantasy points here tonight. That's over 5 times value. I like Justice Winslow versus Phoenix, where he's done pretty well his last 2 games. Okay, let's take a look at the power forward position. I like Giannis Antetokounmpo from the Milwaukee Bucks playing the Golden State Warriors, who are middle of the pack defense overall, and they give up the 10th most fantasy points to opposing power forwards. Giannis has scored 34, 76, and 67 fantasy points in his last 3 games, averaging 57 fantasy points per game on the season and an average of 34 minutes with a 32% usage rate. Giannis is $11,100 DraftKings salary. He's $1,100 more on FanDuel. He's projected at 54.4 fantasy points here tonight, which is right around 5 times value. I love the implied total in this game, 240 fantasy points. You gotta believe Giannis is gonna get a big chunk of that. This game's gonna stay competitive, which gives him staying power to be able to push that 60+ point fantasy game. Hard to fade Giannis tonight. I like the Greek Freak versus the Golden State Warriors. Okay, let's take a look at the center position. So if you're playing Giannis, your salary's running low at this point. So let's find a value play at center. I like Kelly Olynyk for the Miami Heat versus the Phoenix Suns, who have the 5th worst defense overall, and they give up the absolute most fantasy points to opposing centers. Kelly Olynyk has scored 29, 33, and 30 fantasy points in his last 3 games, averaging 18.7 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 19 minutes per game with an 18% usage rate. All those numbers are up. Kelly Olynyk has been on fire, and he's still only 4,000 DraftKings salary. He's 1,100 more on FanDuel. I love that DraftKings price, projected at 26.7 fantasy points here tonight. That's over 6 times value. Kelly Olynyk has that 30+ point upside. You're seeing it night after night recently. I think that continues. He's got a great matchup here. I like Kelly Olynyk versus the Phoenix Suns. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smiggity smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.